Last we left off, we had our first encounter with the haunted armor keenly intent on murdering a woman the party had seen in distress. The party managed to slay the vile thing as it melted into a pile of molten slag. After a moment of tense silence, the sound of someone falling over, exhausted, is heard past the door. Thank you. I think I just need a moment to catch my breath. A heavy sigh can be heard by those near the door. The door opens out into the hall. I'm not sure why. I thought pushing the bed against it would work. She says before beginning a fit of laughter. Dylan opens the door out into the hall and just gives a slight sympathetic sigh at the sight of the bed pushed against the doorframe. I hope you don't sleep like this. It's really bad for your energy. Would you care to meet the individuals whom you helped defeat this monster? His voice drops to something akin to a stage whisper. I think they'd appreciate a friendly face. He winks, extending one hand out to help her across the bed, and the other hand gesturing towards the rest of the group, primarily Bromgus with his healing at the ready. Everyone now gets a clearer view of the young, tan-skinned woman as she takes Dylan's help and enters the hall. Her dark black hair is wavy and tied back in a low, loose ponytail, making her facial features clear. Her ears are pointed, making it clear she's likely of half-elven descent. Her soft green eyes contrast her complexion and draw attention, along with the scars of old healed wounds scattered about her face, hands, and arms. This woman looks like she's been in a scrape or two. Thank you. I don't think I would have made it out of there had you all not shown up sooner, she says in a tired voice. Her other free hand clutches a bleeding wound on her side. She moves her hand aside, exposing the slash that cut through her leather armor and into the side of her abdomen. I could certainly use some help. That thing got me good. Someone teleported them into the house, I think, just as I arrived, and it attacked Mr. Miller and I. As Bromgus heals the woman, Zalara smiles at her quickly and then glances over to the animated armor, having a literal psychic meltdown. She turns to Quirin. Do you say Miller's son sent this thing? I found some notes that might give some clues to this family drama. Look, she says and holds up the notes. The old man's gone mad. I found a letter to the lawmaster requesting changes to his will. He left everything to the maid of all people. I think it's time we have a family meeting. Bring the boys too, will you? She reads. Cart will be ready for travels behind the maze. Vidalia, wanting to clear the air, says, Mr. Miller is deeply disliked by his family, as he removed most of his family from the will and left everything to my mother and the other staff that cared for him, for no other reason than thinking they did not deserve it. They had my mother killed while I was out training, and I came here as soon as I could. She bites her lip and takes a deep breath before continuing. I didn't spend enough time with his family to know their interpersonal relationships. But if you want to know more, you're gonna have to ask Mr. Miller. Triss directs his attention towards the half-elf, clearly upset by what she just said. What kind of person could kill someone's mother over something so petty as greed? I don't know about the rest of you, but I am quite interested in learning more about this story. I believe talking to him right now might be the best option. Maybe he can explain what exactly did we get ourselves into, says Quirin as he seems to be lost in his own thoughts for a moment, absent-mindedly reaching up to the crest on his chest. He takes a deep breath and brings himself back to his surroundings as his eyes meet Vidalia's. I cannot even imagine the horror of losing your loved one. For that, please accept my condolences. He then looks over at the door beside them. I believe that now, more than ever, Mr. Miller needs to provide us with some answers. Saying that, Quirin steps in front of the door, and with the use of Mage Hand, he tries to open it without knocking. only to find that the door is still locked. Mr. Miller responds to the attempted invasion. Has it been done? You do know it's polite to knock before entering a room. And that's where we'll end for now. The party will finally get to meet the old man next time. Will he be able to clear up the mess that is his family trauma? Or will he lie through his teeth? Maybe tickle that subscribe button to find out next week. See you soon.